Oh my gosh, you can't overstate the importance of African American films. Film is a medium in which you have somebody captive for an hour and a half in a dark theater, and you can fill their head with visual and audio images. So to have African American film and to have images of us and our people and our community is very, very important. If we didn't have African American film, then how would we be represented? Would it just be on the news? Would it just be a newspaper, just by a biased media? So it's important to have African American writers, directors, producers that are telling our stories. You know what? I do. I think that I'm not one of those filmmakers that complains about people not supporting. I think that people will come out and they see what they want to see. And I think that if we're making films that people aren't supporting, they don't want to see it. And I think we need to take a closer look at that. But I appreciate the audience. They've been very supportive of my films. I've been very successful with the films that I've released. And I thank the audience. That means that I'm making things that they want to see. I hope I can continue to do that.
Study. Work hard, believe in yourself, be your own role model, do what you know is right. You don't need to read a book, you don't need anyone to tell you what's right. Do what's right, what your parents have told you to do, what your own conscience tells you to do, and believe in yourself and believe in this country, and the only thing holding you back is your own dreams, your own ambitions, your own willingness to work hard.
Q-Tip from Tribe Called Quest. I love Common. We've never hooked up, so I finally get to see him perform tonight. I'm looking forward to that. Gosh, just so many, and pretty much the same people I always work with. Yeah.
First of all, they've got to prepare themselves, get an education, and then believe that they can accomplish their dreams and goals, but you have to work for it. I think that's good any time. They've got to have the perseverance and the courage to move ahead and know that they can accomplish.
Oh no! And then I was like, this finger right here is a little light. I need a piece of metal or a piece of nice stone on this hand in order to let you swell me up.
There's a lot of artists I want to work with. I really want to work with Missy Elliott. I'm a huge fan of hers. I'd love to work with T.I. I just think he's a man. I like the man in him, and I think he's a brilliant MC because he has a point of view, and that means a lot to me. I'd love to work with Kanye. I just think we do something really creative and interesting. Love to get with Barbara Streisand because I just loved her my whole life. There's plenty of artists all over the place. Herbie Hancock, Burt Bacharach. Oh my goodness, the list is long.
That means excellence. It means honoring people who deserve to be honored, people doing extraordinary things beyond entertainment. It's people doing great things. I'm happy to be here.
It's a big deal, and in part because you show magnificent talent in a positive light. It's also Dr. King's birthday. We celebrate that occasion because of his unfinished business. And this generation, one generation fought to get us basic rights, rights to vote, right to education. Those rights are now under attack. There's now a race in South Carolina putting forth the 10th Amendment to revive schemes to undermine Voting Rights Act. So I went by to see Dr. King's statue today. Stopped by Occupy because I was with him on his last birthday when he was alive in flesh and blood. So in some sense, even as we celebrate, there's a burden upon us to keep the dream alive through acting. We cannot affirm Dr. King and not be a registered voter. You cannot affirm Dr. King and self-destruct with drugs. So there's the burden upon us to keep the dream alive by keeping active.